Hello everyone, welcome back to another Archon quest video. We're gonna continue the Paralogism interlude act. Well, it's the Archon quest interlude act. We're in Monsad and it's called Paralogism. And I mean, I assumed you saw the last one, so we're just gonna get right into it. No one's really voiced, but everyone will be voiced by me. So my gracious voice acting. And so graciously provide. Okay, I didn't even like get to walk to the door that time. Jean, I know you all must be shocked, but the evidence is solid. Albedo's situation is not looking good.
I still don't believe Albedo would do something like that. Using living people as alchemical test subjects? It's like something out of a novel.
Hey, that's what we said earlier. We were talking to Venti.
Perhaps it's best for me to remain impartial, but I've worked with Albedo before. He's an alchemist, not a sadist.
This version of events is as hard for me to expect as anyone, but Varka once said Albedo is very different from the rest of us. Perhaps there are things we still need to learn about him. Let's see what Albedo has to say for himself first. Would you mind giving me a moment, everyone? A private matter requires my attention.
Hey, Jean!
Traveler, Paimon, perfect timing. Kaeya has a favor to ask. Like Jean said after the verdict, we have time to submit an appeal, and I will do my utmost to convince Albedo to accept. He's been acting strange, and I can't read him for the life of me, but I need you two to start investigating the case. Investigate the case? Yes, it's almost time for you to get involved. Do you want us to join the joint investigation? No, we'd like you to launch an investigation of your own. I'll continue working on his defense in the meantime. If you find anything that might help his case, just let me know. Jean, I know it's against the spirit of the season to task you with this, but Albedo is a trusted member of our ranks. We owe him the benefit of the doubt. I know you'll get to the bottom of this, Traveler. You never failed us in our time of need.
But what if the accusations turn out to be true?
Then, you'll have done Monsad a great service, all the same. I'm expecting a retrial. Until then, you're welcome to have a look around Albedo's office on the second floor. I'm counting on you. We can go into the second floor? Oh my god, is he gonna teleport us there? Or, wait. Thank you for agreeing to investigate. We're counting on you. That's great, Jean. Alright then. The tea set up. We can go to the second floor. No wonder they had— oh wait. Nope. Here. Can we still go into the library? Yeah. You think the Imagineum Theater is still open? Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't going to be. Alright, I'll stop messing around. We'll finally be able to go into the second floor and see Albedo's office. We're usually never allowed into the second floor. This is why they had us go into the thing. Oh my god. Why am I so excited just to see the second floor? This is, Can I walk into anywhere else? Or is it just gonna be like, no, we want you to go into Albedo's office? It's gonna be we just want you to go in Albedo's office, isn't it? Oh, there's another floor? Aww. No, wait, I wanted to check out that other door.
Wait, Captain Kaeya! Surely I can't just...
These two are here on Jean's orders. She asked him to investigate Albedo's office.
Oh, in that case, head on in.
Guy's like, I can't join you. Oh, he can join us.
This is Albedo's office. Pretty much exactly how Paimon pictured it.
Alright, I have some work of my own, so I'll leave you to it. Good luck, you two.
Right back at ya.
Yeah, Kaeya, defend Albedo with your life. Yeah, Kaeya, you're back here. I thought you were defending Albedo. I feel like I should wear his Mondstadt outfit, but like, I feel like we're gonna get confused between the two Kaeyas then.
Alright, let's see what we can find.
Oh! Okay, that's interesting. Here, nothing here. Alright, let's first investigate the book. There's a stack of books on the desk, mostly relating to alchemy, environmental science, and life science. Some of the pages have been marked with alchemical symbols, and others have S-shaped or triangular symbols drawn on them. Any potential meaning is unclear.
Wow, these books are so fancy.
It looks like Albedo, like his thing.
must have gone to great lengths to get them.
Alright, you don't mind if we touch your stuff, right? A lockbox sits on the desk. The latch bears signs of wear, suggesting the importance of whatever lies within. The box likely remained locked most of the time. But now, the lid remains wide open, as if the owner was forced to leave in a hurry and didn't have time to lock it. Perhaps the letter intercepted by the investigators was once stored here. The remaining contents shouldn't hold much weight as conclusive evidence, but you will get a strange feeling after reviewing them. In elegant penmanship, the letter reads, "In addition, I do happen to have some information on the subject of our last discussion. The materials and arcane formation required for human transmutation. The formations in these records likely originate from the Conrian arts of Kaeya? But relevant documentation has not been well maintained over time, so I cannot guarantee there are no errors or omissions. As thanks for your past assistance, I've enclosed the records with this letter. But that does not mean I support your pursuit of this research. Ethics aside, I'm not convinced it's even possible to create a human whose existence is identical to our own." Dottore? The doctor? He's the only one that has been known for, like, cloning. Oh, it could be the doctor. The idea that a dynamic of creator and creation could exist within the same species is cause for concern. Even with a talent like yours, I must urge you to proceed with caution. The signature belongs to an unfamiliar name, one that also appears on an alchemy book nearby. You skim the preface and learn that the author is an old and an accomplished alchemist. The person is likely a friend from Albedo's academic circle, someone who owed Albedo a favor, but also urged him to refrain from conducting dangerous research.
Human.
Oh no, that's Albedo. Okay, never mind.
Is Albedo seriously looking into that? Ooh, Paimon doesn't want to think about that.
Well, shush, Paimon, we're still looking. It doesn't look good, but this letter can't directly prove that Albedo did anything. Besides, a technique like that must be too dangerous to share with the public, right? That's why it wasn't brought up during the trial. Underneath? Okay, let's do the test tube. There's a test tube on the shelf with some black powder residue at the bottom. Next to it lies a nearly written note. Chalk is the next stage after soil, but the current available materials are still insufficient to construct a stable structure. Oh my god. Okay, with alchemy, it's basically very close to, chemical science. Alchemy would be more closer to chemical science and a lot of things. But if you don't know what albedo is actually a term in actual science, which is the second stage of— I forgot the main thing. It's a thing with periodic tables and everything. I really suck at explaining this. But chalk is what he refers to as him being derived from, which chalk is his, I think, first form. No, chalk is his current form. Sorry, chalk is what he puts down as his current form. So,
Nope.
little
No
lesson for
idea
you
what
in
that Not sure if it's too hard for
Chemistry.
Paimon
There we
or
go,
too hard
chemistry.
for anyone outside this line of work.
Trying to get chemistry. Okay, investigate the research notes. Albedo's notes lie on the table. They resemble the ones you've seen before, but the contents are different this time. As always, the penmanship is impeccable, careful, and neat with a certain elegance in its uniformity, much like the man himself. One of the notes reads, Putrefaction should be regarded as a counter-stimulation to the process of life stimulation, like a highly efficient and destructive spell of rot. Upon use, the target will decay within an extremely short period of time, turning into dust that is nearly invisible to the naked eye before dissipating into the air. Yeah, this doesn't look good for you, Albedo. When I like rot, I thought of Elden Ring. After moving the book, the desk looks almost empty. Your hand slipped while moving the book, causing the hardcover book to strike the desk. The resulting noise is a bit unusual. It's subtle, but to an experienced adventurer, it sounds too hollow. Almost like there's a compartment within the desk.
Wait, it looks like there's a hidden compartment under the desk.
There does appear to be a compartment added to one side of the desk. It was very well hidden. The lock mechanism is complex and seems to involve elemental power in some way. Perhaps you could try using the power of Geo. The hidden compartment opens. Inside lies a piece of paper with more information. Festering is also a manifestation of rot. Oh, festering desire, festering desire. His weapon I can't get. When festering forces and a sufficient amount of life energy collide, the two will repel each other, triggering a powerful side effect. When I tested this in an alchemical experiment, the results of the refinement were startling. Breaking through the shackles of life, the stimulation of the project, I must take advantage of this opportunity.
The name of the project is blotted out in ink. What could it be?
The note mentioned festering forces, which suggests that Dragonspine could be involved somehow. If this has something to do with creating synthetic life, would Albedo go that far for one of his experiments? No, that can't be. Amid the notes is a map with a few markings on it. 2 of the marked locations correspond to the crime scene, and the third appears to be in Dragonspine. Albedo. It's a hard pill to swallow, but if the results of the joint investigation are correct, there could be a hidden body within the last location. Or, at the very least, what remains of one.
Huh. What does this mean? Oh, do you think something might also be buried at the last location?
A dead body?
Alright, that seems to be it for this place. We should go tell Jean what we found.
Doroko.
Oh, Vent is calling! Let's answer!
How's the investigation going? Find anything?
Oh, we found stuff alright. Stuff that only makes Albedo look even more suspicious.
I see. So Albedo's researching something that doesn't help his case, huh? You share what you learned with Venti. Not promising. We should be grateful Albedo's true identity remains hidden. If it gets out that he's one of Rhindaughter's creations, there'd be no separating him from her past. As we both know, Rhindaughter's approach to alchemy and ethics was pure madness, and the evidence you just found, let's just say, could convince even those closest to him of his guilt. Perhaps even you. Then, it comes down to trust. Do you trust Albedo? Yeah?
Yeah, he's our friend. We should keep the faith. And if he really is the culprit, he must have had a reason, right? Maybe he's just not allowed to talk about it. Yeah, that must be it.
Paimon, you're so bright it's hurting my eyes. Either way, a fair investigation means coming to a conclusion presented by the facts. Does that mean even Venti no longer believes in him? Remaining objective has its own value. Remember, none of this is your fault. Just report back with an honest assessment of the facts.
Yeah. Well, let's go find Jean and tell her what we learned. Wait, that's Miles. What's he doing here?
Oh, sorry. I heard voices and wasn't sure if I should check who was inside.
You just like peeked your head in, dude.
It's okay. We're here on Jean's orders.
Ah, I see. I'll, leave you to it then.
So what did you see? You said you saw something you weren't supposed to.
You didn't hear what we were saying, did you?
Oh, not really. Nothing that made sense anyway.
Well, do us a favor and just forget anything you might have heard, okay?
Oh, sure. You got it.
That map we found in the hidden compartment seems important. We should check out the marked locations.
Wait. You know, we should have checked on him, you know?
Alright, let's see what we can find.
Just want to see if I'm missing anything, just in case. Nope. Okay, nothing. Okay, that's okay. We're really just gonna be like, okay, that's alright. Yeah, you totally saw what was happening and hurt us, but you know, that's alright. Like, this is a very good idea. He hurt us, he could just bring it up when he's feeling uneasy or nervous. But alright. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I'm in the bushes. Don't worry, guys. I'm fine. I look like a crazy person just coming out of the bushes. Oh, I haven't been to Dragon's Spine in such a long time. I have no idea which one. This one's closer. I'm hoping I don't need pyro.
Can't handle the cold?
That's great, Kaeya. Well, I remember Dragon Spine when it used to be the supposed hardest thing for everybody. For new beginners. That was the old days. I remember when Dragon Spine first came. I sound so old. Back in my day, Dragon Spine used to be the hardest. We didn't have Arlecchino. I don't know who's the hardest boss right now. I assume it's still Arlecchino. I don't think the new boss is that crazy hard. You just need to have a Natlan character, and that's it. I'm gonna freeze to death, I just realized. Yeah, I'm in the location. Like, what is there? Do I need to, like, attack things? There's some Star Silver here. Do I need to uncover something?
What's the hurry?
Touch things? That tell me what to do. I'm gonna start freezing soon. Let me just... We're gonna be doing Monset cast anyways, so... Okay, let's get to something...
Stabilize!
Dodge this!
I'm just gonna kill these guys so they don't come after me, because I don't know specifically what I'm searching for. I know you could be saying I'm wasting time, but it's okay.
Gather!
Freeze!
Yes, D-Luke, I want you to get on top. Okay, don't take that out of... Okay, no. On top of the fire, on top of the fire. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. At least there's 2 of them here. Okay, let's see what we're looking for now. I'm at the location that's marked, but it's not saying anything. Unless there is somewhere underneath. Oh no, is it underneath?
What's the hurry?
Is there like an underneath place here that I'm just not seeing? It may be underneath.
What's the hurry?
Stabilize!
Are you sure it's above? It's above, but what am I supposed to be looking for? I am so lost right now because I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be looking for. Over here. Should be around here. It's the big one. Oh, no, it's a little bit down here. There it is.
Should be getting close.
That's so small.
Oh, look over there. Something seems off.
Although everything is covered in snow, as a seasoned adventurer, you notice a spot on the ground that looks quite different from its surroundings. You remove the snow and find a sizable hole underneath, large enough to fit a human body. But the hole is completely empty. The surrounding markings make it look like something was dug up. Did an animal do this? Or some monster?
Weird. There's a hole, but no body. The prosecution's argument is that Albedo used alchemy to destroy the bodies, but this location is different from the other two. Why not fill the hole, or smooth out the ground like the other places?
If one person did all this, why not remove the traces like the others? And if Albedo's the one responsible, why was his location marked in his notes? You return to Knights Favonius, doubts swirling in your mind. I'm not doubtful, so I don't know what this game is saying. You're back. Did you find anything?
Yeah, but none of it helps Albedo's case.
You tell Jean about your findings from ALBEDO'S office. I see. Complicated results, but your efforts are appreciated. Yes, he asked for a retrial. There are still questions surrounding the identities of the victims and the disappearance of the bodies. The minimal remains that were uncovered have been sent for forensic analysis, which should provide some answers. It's just...
What's wrong?
If the victims turn out to be Mondstadt citizens, the situation becomes all the more serious. Second child trial would likely have to be open to the public. And I doubt public sentiment will be in Albedo's favor.
Yeah, not when the charges are so serious.
The second trial is said to take place in 2 days. I would reconsider attending this one as well.
Of course, we'll be there. In the meantime, we should all just stay positive.
Yeah. Well said. When the time comes, I'll carry out my duty to the best of my ability. Mills. Mills or Miles? Like which one? It doesn't matter. Trial time.
We should meet up with Jean. It's about time for the second trial.
I'll just go and talk to her? Okay. Hey, Jean. Ready. Alright, retrial. Ladies and gentlemen, we now convene the second trial against Mr. Albedo. I, Jean Gunhilder, will once again oversee the proceedings. Representatives on both sides remain unchanged, and Mr. Dahlia will continue to serve as assessor. Ms. Hertha represents the prosecution, and Mr. Kaeya speaks on behalf of the defense. The defendant is with I love speaking. Like, I love trying to speak. My god, okay. The defendant in this case is Mr. Albedo, captain of the investigation team. With that, I now bring this trial to order. And we all sit. Why is it Donna suddenly just not like Diluc anymore? Miss Hertha, have the investigators made any new discoveries?
Yes. We sent the teeth and the femur bone found at the scene to the church's medical office, and were able to conclude that these are, in fact, human remains. In addition, the investigators were able to identify several Mondstadt citizens who appear to have been missing for quite some time.
Uh-oh.
Forensic analysis of the remains allowed us to pinpoint the age and gender of the deceased. Interestingly, one of the missing individuals matches that profile to a T. The medical office couldn't spare the personnel, so Miss Rosaria is here to present the results to the court.
Handsome man, male, 46 years old, marital status, single, occupation, hunter. Consistent with the conclusion of the last trial, his disappearance went unreported, likely due to his lack of relatives. In addition, medical records show that he sustained a mechanism-related injury to his leg 3 years ago. Damage on the femur bone Mr. Diluc found is consistent with such an injury. Therefore, we conclude that one of the victims in this case is Hanselmann. A specialized technique was likely used to accelerate the rate of decomposition.
Is it reasonable to assume this technique to be alchemical in nature?
Alchemical or magical, both are possible.
Thank you for your testimony.
The identity of one of the victims is now confirmed. But what about the defendant's motive?
Considering what he wrote in the letter, we can deduce that the defendant needed subjects for an alchemy experiment.
Albedo's not doing much to, you know, to take down the things.
In
I don't know
words,
court jargon.
He sacrificed the good people of Mondstadt for his own gain. A truly vile act.
Hertha, I hope you get fired after this.
In addition, another witness has agreed to testify. Miss Donna, if you would.
Another one, huh? That's Kaeya.
Wait, Donna from the flower shop?
I'm sorry it took so long for me to come forward. But the night Master Diluc saw Mr. Albedo, I was there too. I was camping with a friend and we decided to stop near Dragonspine. I couldn't really get comfortable that night, so around dawn, I decided to go for a walk.
You're stalking Diluc, I'm joking.
And that's when I saw Master Diluc. I thought it might be nice to, chat. So I headed in his direction and then I saw it. Someone at the bottom of the cliff was getting rid of a body. I was terrified the person might see me. Even after I fled, I couldn't shake that fear. And I started to wish I never had a crush on Master Diluc in the first place.
You just admitted your crush in front of the... Okay, well, he's... whatever.
To talk to him, I would never have been in that situation. Well, I didn't want to come forward because I was scared. But Miss Hertha convinced me it was the right thing to do. I'm sorry it took me so long.
I see. You look, just stepping forward was brave enough, Miss Donna. Oh, so you do know her existence. Jean, the court thanks you for your courage and commitment to justice.
Yes. Thank you.
The two witnesses corroborate the same sequence of events. That just leaves the question of how the defendant disposed of the bodies.
I believe the answer lies in the alchemical technique mentioned in the letter. The defendant is the most accomplished alchemist in Mondstadt. He has the skill, no question.
A special investigator also uncovered some relevant evidences on that subject. I will now present it to the court.
Wait, does she mean...
Oh, is our thing gonna be presented? The evidence we found in ALBEDO'S office. Following are pieces of evidence uncovered in Mr. ALBEDO'S office. The most important of which is this map. Yay, the map's back. The map was found with the defendant's notes. The markings correspond with the description and in the letter and the locations of the crime scenes. Kaeya, does this map belong to you? Why saying that? ALBEDO'S silent. Yes. Were you the one who marked these locations? Yes. You do realize that's basically an admission of guilt, don't you? The evidence against you is nearly insurmountable. No! Since you uncovered that compartment, might as well expound on the matter.
We have witnesses and physical evidence. What could you possibly say in your defense?
You say you're gonna expound, Hertha. But I always have. I never killed a single person.
Ugh, you have some nerve. Saying that when the evidence is stacked against you?
Miss Hertha, you presented a meticulous and convincing case. I'll give you that. But I will not admit to something I didn't do.
So, what? You're just going to bombard the court with excuses?
That's a rather dismissive way to refer to an innocent man speaking in his own defense. Besides, I'm not making excuses. I'm exercising patience.
That won't make the charges against you disappear, Mr. Albedo.
He's waiting for something. Shouldn't we be, wanting to know? Perhaps not. But patience comes with its own reward. It's easy for things to remain buried in snow until someone comes along and brushes it away. Oh. Albedo seems serious, but unfazed. Does that mean he really didn't do anything untoward? You mentioned brushing off the snow. Is that supposed to be a hint? If it was a hint, then it might have something to do with Dragonspine. It reminds me, one of the locations marked on the map we found was in Dragonspine, wasn't it? Traveler, you were the one who uncovered the notes, right? Then I'm assuming you visited the third location marked on the map as well. Yes. Could you tell us what you found? You nod your head and give an honest account of the scene you found on Dragonspine. Whatever was kept in that hole was gone in the surrounding area before the markings of an unknown creature, with everything covered in snow. No one knew there was something to discover in the first place.
Then, there must also have been a body.
I need to think about this. What clues am I missing? Don't make me do okay. The first marked location. The first marked location, near Mondstadt. Beatrice saw Albedo use alchemy to dig a hole and bury a body there. A single men's shoe and a torn piece of fabric were found in the bushes nearby. Taken together, this evidence seems to suggest that Albedo killed someone and concealed the body, killed. Second marked location. The second location is between Dragonspine and Dawn Winery, where Diluc saw Albedo bury the body of an adult male. Diluc describes nearly the same events as Beatrice. There's no reason for them to collude against Albedo, so the testimony should be trustworthy. Diluc found teeth and a femur bone at the scene, and Donna confirmed his version of the events because she was also there that night. I just realized, the two should have no reason to set Albedo up. Despite her crush, Donna wouldn't lie about something like that just to get Diluc's attention. Not to mention, Donna has been acting strange since before the trial. It's so weird because she basically admitted up front in front of Diluc that she had a crush on him, and he went, "You're brave for just standing up." Like, he's just not gonna acknowledge that. He's just gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna say yes or no whether or not. I know it's a trial, but I'm just not gonna say anything." We're gonna do the human remains. According to the forensic results, the teeth and femur bone belonged to a Mondstadt citizen, and the witness account suggests that Albedo was the last person to come into contact with his body. Did Albedo really use alchemy to reduce the body to a few bones? Does that mean he's the killer? The third marked location. The third marked location is in Dragonspine. We only knew about it because we found the map in the hidden compartment. During our investigation, Paimon and I discovered a hole beneath the snow, big enough to hide a human body. There were also claw marks around the outside, but there is no body or remains whatsoever. Alright, second. The difference between the marked locations. Albedo marked these 3 locations on the map found in the hidden compartment. There are some similarities and differences between them. Based on what we know, all 3 locations were likely used to hide bodies. The holes dug in each area certainly seem big enough. But, unlike the first 2 locations, there were claw marks around the hole in the 3rd location, and no witnesses saw anything happen there. Dragonspine is home to all manner of monsters and wild animals. Could some kind of creature have dug up the body? But why wasn't that the case in the other location? The marks didn't look fresh, which means the hole at the 3rd location has been there longer than the other 2. But if the hole at the 3rd location wasn't made around the same time, does that mean it's connected to a separate incident? We'll do Dragonspine's ecosystem first. Dragonspine has a frigid climate. It is covered in snow all year round. Even so, it's home to various monsters and creatures that can withstand the cold. Deep within the mountain lies the remains of an even more mysterious creature. Durin! Ooh, Durin! Although the dragon has been dead, question marks on dead, for a long time, he still possesses a peculiar life energy. Are we gonna mention in that summer event where we were with Scaramouche and everything that Durin is still alive and Albedo came and went, "Hey guys, it's your boy Albedo, he's alive. He's coming back to life." But okay. Maybe it's just me. Now that I think about it, a lot of strange things have happened on Dragonspine. Okay. Interpret. Most people know Albedo is an alchemist and the captain of the investigation. But in truth, he's the Cred the Prince, a synthetic human created by one of the 5 sinners, Gold Rhindaughter. Albedo is steadfast, intelligent, and treats everyone with kindness and respect. I think most people would agree with that assessment. He's also a calculated thinker. It's fair to say that if he did commit a crime, it would likely be well concealed. Up until now, Albedo's never displayed any ill will toward humanity, and he also still seems like his normal self. As his friend, I shouldn't reveal the truth about his identity. It would only make things worse for him. I almost forgot. Paimon and I once encountered someone on Dragonspine who looked exactly like Albedo, and we weren't the only ones. Wait a second. Someone who looks exactly like him. I'm right, guys. It's not Albedo. It's someone that looks like him. I'm guessing Albedo has a plan, so I should help him out. But what does he want me to do? Announce a break in the case? No, I should play it safe. Since I made him an honest assessment of the facts, I should be honest about my doubts too. It's only fair. Besides, I think I understand what Albedo was trying to tell me just now. I'd like to address the court. If I may, I was the one who investigated the office, and I believe the results raise a few questions. Regarding the 2 cases addressed in the previous trial, it was established that after disposing of the bodies, the defendant used alchemy to restore the ground to its original state. But that wasn't the case at the 3rd location. The hole was still there, with dirt scattered around the perimeter. It looked more like something had been dug up. If this was all done by one person, why wasn't the third scene given the same treatment as the others? Why weren't the traces removed? In addition, the markings around the third location weren't fresh, which suggests that the Dragonspine incident happened at a different time. For those reasons, I believe there's still reasonable doubt in this case, and I hope the verdict reflects that. Thank you. Astute as ever, Traveler.
Questions there may be, but allow me to point out, there is no evidence to suggest that anyone besides the defendant knew about the third location, and the map was found in his notes. That fact alone makes him the most plausible suspect, unless Mr. Albedo suddenly plans to deny that the map belongs to him.
Allow me to respond to Traveler's point. If all I cared about was proving my innocence, I would indeed do as you described, Miss Hertha, and deny any connection to that map. But that is not what I intend to do. The map does belong to me, and I did hide things at those 3 locations.
What?
He said hide things. There were indeed bodies at each location, and I did kill and bury someone on Dragonspine.
Ha! So you admit
Oh,
it.
it's the fake
Albedo. The
Albedo.
defendant has confessed to his crimes.
You're mistaken, Miss Hertha. The story doesn't end there. Stares at Eula. Some time ago, I encountered an uninvited guest on Dragonspine, someone who wanted to take advantage of the deserted nature of the region to eliminate me in secret. His desire to kill me led to an altercation where I killed him instead, and buried the body on the mountain, the third location marked on the map. Oh, he crawled himself out and started killing people.
Actually, the traveler Amber, Bennett, and I were with Albedo that day.
We has helped kill
The
them.
Adventurers Guild was holding an event on Dragonspine. After it ended, we all left the area. If the person Albedo is referring to is different from the one we encountered on the mountain, then the altercation must have occurred after we left.
This only proves that the defendant is guilty.
No, it
on all
doesn't.
counts. Those innocent people. Their
It
blood
literally.
is on
Oh
your
wait, no,
hands.
he didn't say anything. Wait. No, you're wrong.
You deny it? After admitting
Oh
to
my
murder for
god,
the
he
whole
said
court to
one
hear?
person that tried
You
to murder
clearly lost
him.
your mind.
If you would let me finish, Miss Hertha, I could get to the important part. The man who attacked me on Dragonspine was my height, blonde hair, blue eyes, dressed in clothes nearly identical to mine. So, someone who happens to look exactly like you? That's Kaeya. Exactly like him. So I was right. It does come back to what happened back then.
It's one thing to look similar, but for the clothes to be the same?
I can have somebody like break in and just steal my clothes and just try to be like me.
What's going on? I don't want to be here anymore.
Regardless,
I don't want to do this
the important
anymore.
thing is that you admit to killing someone on Dragonspine.
I killed myself. Yes, I killed someone that day. Someone who looked nearly identical to me. But I never said that someone was a person. Look, I see. Then it appears I need to withdraw my testimony.
What?
And he looks like, oh, alright, there's evidence against. He's right. Alright, bye guys.
Everyone, I brought her.
Wait, you...
The person who
Yeah,
just
that's
came in.
that's Hertha.
Isn't that
So... What's going on?
Who are you? Why do you wear my face?
Hello to you, too.
You're back from the dead? I thought we killed you for good. But that does help with a lot of my theories. As you can see, this is Hertha, the logistics captain of the Knights of Favonius.
I see what's going on here. It's all been leading up to this, hasn't it? Your confession. It was all an elaborate stunt to set me up. You
Haha.
want to undermine my credibility? Fine. It doesn't eliminate the mountain of evidence stacked against you. All I want
Girl, you
is
just want me out of
justice
the.
for
You just
people
want
of
Albedo out so
Mondstadt.
you can take over. Order in the court. I've been stationed on Dragonspine all these years because that is where the subject of my research lies. The dragon, Durin. Several hundred years ago, the dragon of the east, Tavalin, defeated Durin in battle, and with help from ALBEDO'S, sealed his remains on Dragonspine. Durin was created through alchemy, one of the finest specimens of artificial life. As such, death was not a true end for him. His heart still beats and grows more revitalized by the day. My imposter Dragonspine, with a failed specimen abandoned in Durin's stomach, an unsuccessful iteration of the homunculus project.
Homunculus?
Yeah, homunculi.
Are you trying to insinuate that I'm some
What's
kind
with
of
this, like, reality show camera
homunculus?
angle right there?
Because it looks to me like the artificial one is standing right there. Some kind of imposter you dragged in from Dragonspine. So this is what I look like when I fly off the handle. You know, they say imitation is the best form of flattery, but your impersonation
Where did they
has
find
overstayed
her?
its welcome.
They just found her, just like, girl, you're supposed to be in the trial. What you doing here?
Waiting for? We've known each other for so long. You recognize the real me, don't you?
Dang, BBD is crazy. I'm making a joke out of this. The two of you look identical, but judging based on demeanor, the new arrival actually seems more like the Hertha I know.
That means nothing. By that logic, I could just as easily accuse the Albedo in this room of being an imposter.
But there's no second Albedo.
How do we know he isn't the fake one? A cold-blooded killer who replaced the real Albedo.
Well,
long
there is
ago.
something that actually could tell the difference. There's a star on the real Albedo, on the fake one there's no star.
Then, how about something only the real Hertha would know? The longest scar on my body.
Uh-oh.
The knights who fought alongside me that day should remember where it is.
Yep, you can't replicate body imperfections or, like, things that aren't natural already in... Things that appear on the body later on.
I remember. Let's hear your answer.
Why did the lighting
I'd like to
get
hear
so light all of a
Miles'
sudden?
answer first.
Huh?
You don't know? Or you don't remember? I heard you've been acting strange these days. Disoriented? Confused? You were closer to me than anyone during that battle. And yet you don't remember a thing. Strange indeed.
Oh no, there are multiple of them?
My head.
Get out of my
It
head!
hurts.
Ugh, get out of my head!
The scar is right here.
Why the nerves? I can't imagine this comes as a surprise. Unless your informant in the Knights of Favonius failed to mention the scar on Hertha's left arm.
Albedo has done a lot of research into beings like you. If you deny it, then show us your arm.
Gonna attack us, isn't it? No need to panic. You can just add it now. You excel at changing your appearance, don't you? Or, I should say, all spawn of Durin's life force have that ability. Powerful life force, an appearance you can change at will, yet here you stand, formless one, paralyzed to act, because you're worried using that power could affect your accomplices. Accomplices? Then Miles must be one of them. There are others too. Most of the beings under the influence of Durin's life force have gathered here, and yet their presence is what impedes her from taking action. Once you attempt transform, all who surround you will be affected by your power. You can't control it, because this network of living beings, you serve as the core.
Show us your arm.
Yeah, show it.
Ugh! Have it your way. Whoa!
Beatrice,
Come on,
no.
let's go.
D-Luke knows how to fight. Why are you gonna go? Let me text somebody who knows how to fight.
The imposter!
She's trying to get away. Stop her. Don't let anyone stand in your way.
There are others trying to get in. Must be more people under her control.
Time to get moving, everyone. Why do I sound so happy saying that as Kaeya?
Whoa! She just leaped across the room!
What? I didn't see that.
After her!
It's time. All units move out. Third company, keep on the imposter's tail. We finally have a chance to talk, but before I explain the events of the past few days, I'd like to make a few things clear. First, I never killed any of my fellow citizens, and I never used human remains as part of an alchemical experiment. Second, The events of the past few days were all part of a plan. Most of the members of our order were in on it. As for the witnesses, Master Diluc picked up on the situation long before today's proceedings. Oh, I apologize, Diluc, for the stuff I said. I always believed in you. I knew you could do no wrong. I should have picked up on that. He's smart enough to pick up on things that are just a little bit weirder, out of the ordinary. I'm the dumb one in this situation. Yeah. Put me down as guilty, I guess. Indeed. Follow me. Follow you to where? Oh hey, look, there's enemies. And tactics haven't loaded in. Now it did.
How are there monsters in the city?
They're all monsters from Dragonspine. An attack is imminent. But fear not, we've been preparing for this. We've been monitoring the resurgence of Durin's life force. Its festering nature agitated these monsters. We knew it was only a matter of time before they advanced on Mondstadt. And so, we made preparations for an inevitable battle. I was hoping you two could join me and provide assistance in the battle to come.
Of course. Where's our first step?
The top of the city wall. Oh, I'm stuck in a fight. Alright guys, next time we're gonna be in a fight. We're gonna do war, alright? Wow, I'm surprised with all the things happened, but I was right. From the beginning, I was right. I knew it was gonna be with the synthetic things and the whole thing with like the Durin life. Like, I was right. I too much into this game to be able to just guess that. Oh my god, I was able- okay, anyways. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed this one. And we're gonna be fighting people. So make sure to tune in. Bye bye!